All right, so we measure things because we want to answer questions about life and why do things occur. And so to adequately answer things, we use the scientific method. And so here's this nice little diagram that shows you how the scientific method works. So it starts off with something simple like an observation and or a curiosity. So you could observe, that an apple falls down. And then you could form a hypothesis that makes a prediction, right? And so your hypothesis says that things will fall down, not up. And then you perform some experiments, make some more observations, um, mess with your hypothesis, and you're like, okay, yeah, things in general fall down. And so if your results are consistent with your prediction, then you can contribute to the body of knowledge. And so if you then you can do further testing. If they don't support it, you see a plane goes up, not down. Then you can alter your hypothesis. Once it's good enough and final enough, it might become a law if it's an observation or a theory, right? So it's all about coming up with something, observing something, coming up with an answer, and then testing that and retesting it. So let's see the difference between a law and a theory. They are two different things. One, a theory does not become a law and vice versa. It's not kind of like it's used in normal English. It's a different meaning. And so a law describes a phenomenon, while a theory explains why this phenomenon happens. So the law does not explain why. It just explains what happens, while the theory does explain the why behind the law. So for example, Newton's law of gravity. Right? Newton said, hey, things fall down, right? That's how gravity works. Whereas a theory explains why it happens. Why do things fall down? Well, we know now it's because the earth is really big, and so it's pulling on things to fall down. And so theories often come as equations. So for example, gravity, we have force of gravity is equal to CHEM1 m2 over distance squared. So while Newton explains that things fall down, the theory explains that there's a force that's pulling things down, and this force is proportional to the mass and the distance between the objects. The main takeaway here that you want to know is the difference between a law and a theory. Law describes what's happening in observation. Theory explains the why behind it.